Rantaro's ass struck again!
Yeah, Rotaro's ass. Why are we so obsessed with his cake? Let's just move on.
And it's funny!
Comedy!
Besides, we needed to have a running gag for this series that actually involved us speaking.
Fair enough.
Looks like we reached.
You're still on skipping Monokuma by instinct now. Oh god.
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz.
Take that.
It's okay.
I'm hanging in there, Monodam.
Whoa! You're half right!
On you the fuck out.
Absolutely right. That's the right answer, Monodam.
What?
Hey, exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner.
What kind of backwards logic is this? But we're dead.
Because then everyone mourns you, and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
The fuck? Ouch.
Daddy! All right!
Good, hello laundry. The studying is done, the laundry is folded, I have paid my bills. It's a good day.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Your impression sucks!
Fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Wow.
Logic does not compute.
All that remains of
Huh?
a once
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
right now. You're on the threshold of
You know
Ouch.
what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns.
Does he mean as in
So
sweet
round,
buns,
so
as
sweet,
in like
so
cinnamon buns, or
delicious.
like sticky dot buns? Or is he talking about Rentaro's ass?
I think
he is all that remains of a once powerful nation.
I'm aware, but how do we know that Monotaro is not going down bad from Montaro's dummy thick cake?
He's Monotaro.
That doesn't sound scary at all!
Wiggity swoogity coming for that
Scared
thick
too.
booty.
Scared of losing my friends.
He
Me too.
is all that remains of a once powerful nation.
Did you hear something?
Well, he's murdered them because they weren't getting along. And they can get along when they're dead.
Amazing adventure.
To be fair, he probably murdered Monokid because he was an annoyance.
Alright, Himiko got
Answer us,
accused
Himiko.
because she picked the room where the trap was in. Me neither. We'll have to wait and see.
Angie?
Tenko. Hello. Well, let me answer your question with a question. If someone didn't take part in the seance, how would they have murdered Tenko?
There's the space under the floorboards.
Yeah, but
Okay,
remember that
we've-
Gonta said, what if they stood up underneath the floorboard? And then Maki said, if they tried to do that, they'd crack their skull and die. So that doesn't seem like the best option.
Also, it looks like it also looks like that Tenko was killed by someone putting a knife between the statue and the cage.
Sickle.
Anyways, we have a whole second half of the trial to do, and Earth is the only one who hasn't played this before.
You chose the middle room.
Well,
to
I haven't
lure us
played
into
this,
your
I just
trap,
know
did
enough.
You not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
I would
Then
go
she
on this
needs
one.
to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
They cast mute on
Are
me.
you even listening? No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tanko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
Shut the fuck up,
Not the
Kokichi.
problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Good to know it's all about you.
Shut up. I told you, I'm too tired.
It does.
It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What a pain.
I'm getting
What are you
big
talking about?
Shikamaru
You
vibes.
give up here.
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tanko! Himiko not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I have slow cast on me at all times. I can never learn how to use Hastiga. Slow. She's
I
not
also think
stupid.
Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up,
Let's go,
Himiko.
Gonta. Thank you, Gonta. Poor boy has depression and PTSD. Alright, let's listen to what everyone has to say. What do we got? Caged child, Thunder Sands, from the
Performing
corner,
the
custody of the
seance
floor.
in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered
It
her
was.
into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid.
Yeah, the neighboring room's also dead.
Was Trap only in that room?
Oh.
Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room,
Yep, I know what we have
someone
to do.
else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words. Performing the what's the decision, was it not?
Also, pay attention
What
to
if
the
someone
music.
steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
The question is, how can we
Was
frame
Trap
this as a
only in
lie?
that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Don't know this
Yeah,
one.
even if he.
Me neither do I.
Himiko picked the room.
I feel like it's the
Someone else could have
caged
set that
child in
Your opinions are empty.
like what Tsumugi is saying. That's just my guess.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's
I
decision,
haven't seen
was
this
it not?
back. I haven't seen the back route
What
for
if
this
someone
trial
steered
of this
her into
part.
picking-
That's my guess. I don't know.
Empty room.
That's my guess for the back route. I'm not positive.
Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too. Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are
Empty
empty.
words.
Performing
The seance in that room was Himiko's decision.
was it not?
And if it doesn't work, then
What
just
if
do the
someone's
regular one.
I only deal with
Oh,
the truth.
fuck! That I'm thinking about the caged dog village.
Let me check the clip. One sec. Come on.
Is it alright if I tell you what you're supposed to do?
Come on. Come on.
That is the correct way to go. But good job nailing this on your first try. I have no idea what happens from here.
Yeah, they lied about the lie turned into Caged Dog Village.
Tsumugi is correct. I believe Himiko was being set up. Himiko only picked that room because Kyo wanted it as dark as possible.
Even if Himiko did choose an empty room because of what Kyo said, are you saying she chose the middle room by pure coincidence?
The culprit gambled on the middle room being picked through coincidence? That seems highly improbable.
much of a pain. Just do the voting or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it didn't matter which room Himiko chose.
What do you mean?
It's getting kind of boring, so I'll explain. She didn't choose the middle by coincidence. Each room was the same to begin with.
Each room same?
Remember what Gonta said earlier? Maybe the culprit placed traps in all the rooms? Well, that was correct. Before the trial, I hurt myself checking all the rooms.
Ah, that's right.
We've already seen this.
Kokichi found another loose floorboard in one of the other rooms.
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select.
It's funny because if you pick the right answer and Shuichi's like, I believe that all the rooms are trapped because Kokichi stepped on a loose floorboard, it pans to Kokichi and he's just zoned the fuck out like,
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Kokichi's doing this with a concussion, which is pretty
the
impressive.
culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
I've already said this line before.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead.
Just not to Angie,
This
though.
trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
And attempted rape.
And dealing with organs on the black market.
Oh yeah, and buying children, can't forget that too.
Yep.
I
And
mean,
having a
Different
marriage
crime than child
orgies.
trafficking.
Yeah, yeah.
That is not a little crime, Earth.
Right.
That is a big crime.
Right.
She did
If I
steal
did that
candy from the
here,
candy
I
store.
wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's
You
do
have
our
a set of
best.
priorities, my friend.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore.
There you go, Himiko.
I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Do not say everyone.
Wow,
After all,
Lois!
the blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood.
Oh no!
Damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
You mean Epstein is in from Trails, or...?
No, he's never played Trails. He's talking about the actual person.
I don't know.
For those in Twitch chat, here's what Lowen said.
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
Must have been barrier magic.
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
the magic circle?
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Made from the saltiest of salty bitches.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
You mean Angie's ghost would have told her who killed her?
It has to be you!
There is one person who could have done this.
Kyo. Was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo? Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle.
That is a
kept us from
weak
discovering the
reasoning,
seesaw
but
trick. That's
no,
not
it is.
all
But
was
it's just
for.
like he's probably gonna be like, you can't implicate me just because I drew the magic circle. You know how he's probably gonna be like that.
In order to make the murder succeed,
No, you're right.
variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
He was looking at the empty rooms.
What is so funny? I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
This is what you're feeling?
An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
so glad that Hangman's Gambit is actually playable in this game.
See, you do indeed. You're looking for an R. There it is. C-L-E.
I see now.
That was the fastest Handmaid's Gambit I've ever seen. Well done.
Yeah. Speed run.
That's it. The magic circle. They used the magic circle.
Seesaw effect.
If they just put the word seesaw, it would have been a lot easier.
Fucking seesaw. Seesaw effect joining in the likes of the fucking gravel bag from the second game.
Oh. Oh yeah, the gravel bag.
Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt.
Yeah!
Yeah.
The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong. Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check? Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Let the
Excuse
good
me,
boy
everyone.
talk.
May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
I wish Kibo got less of butt monkey status, to be honest. I know, he's a good boy. Yeah.
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it! With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Okay, here's a question.
Image recording?
What purpose did Mio have it installed for?
Oh, we'll learn very shortly.
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try.
I wish we could do that.
Ready?
From your mouth?
I also used magic like that before.
This
You
prints
get
out
a
as more
pass
memory
for
of being
right
kicked
now,
out of the
Himiko,
Saints.
but also no, you haven't.
You haven't seen the trick of someone pulling scarves out of their mouth?
I've seen that plenty. That is not what she said.
Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
Mr. Ultimate
Got it.
Polaroid Camera.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
My lie?
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the
For
document.
reference, you can point to any
That's
corner
a
of that
lie,
photo and
isn't
it'll
it?
work.
The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
No matter what corner he picked.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh boy.
To be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo. You're what? Why?
Oh my god.
Shit is a plus.
Yes! Yes!
You're
Let's
all
move
grossed
on
out.
from
This is why
that!
I didn't want to tell you about my plan.
I love this line coming up.
About your poop, no one cares. Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. We got
I'd
another
say
one.
He definitely has
Well,
objections.
since you've given me the
Indeed.
option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant.
Why do I
but it
feel
may
like
be
he
an
would say,
amusing
I object,
diversion.
I object, I object? Or is that from another game?
That's Leon.
Oh,
Now I
right.
shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Alright, get your blades ready.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon?
Now I
It
am
was
just
set up
imagining a
in the
quartet
cage.
of sprites of
The
all
only people
four of
capable
us
of that
animated during these sections, each
Are
with our own
Kokichi and
unique
Shuichi,
blades,
who
slashing them
Game.
words.
So suspicion should fall on them.
You would have, like, a scythe blade, I would have
True,
an
we
electric,
could have placed
my
the
electric
sickle there,
katana.
but we could not have removed it later.
I have no idea what
Because we
Tazi and
weren't the
Earth
ones
would
who
use.
lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
Daze would use his red mage rapier.
The only person
Oh,
who
that's
could
true.
have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I had no opportunity to touch the sickle. So simply put, I am not the killer. The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not
You know-
carry the cage, nor did I had no...
You know, seeing the way how this Truth Blade works, it reminds me a lot of Dragon Quest Swords, if
The
any
only
of you
person
has
who
played
could
that
have set
game.
up the sickle
Yeah.
and retrieved it afterward.
I fucking
is
love that
Kyo.
game.
It's a good one. Hello. That'd be pretty sick. But it's expensive. I suppose.
That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Nani?
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
About how only the first blackened is the one you need to catch.
You see, I killed
You know what this
Tenko,
also reminds me of?
not Angie.
Specifically, the second trial in the third game of Ace Attorney with Luke at me. He was planning on using the double jeopardy rule. It is a good one. Yeah.
For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
Angie's
That is
about to
simply not possible.
cast,
Recall that
what
I
was it?
unable to enter Angie's
Magic
home.
Burst on Keto.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
That's me when I'm trying to learn conversational skills. For real!
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
He has no chill.
That's enough!
I'll take that headcanon.
I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
Oh boy.
It's one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this...
Yep. Scrum debate.
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yep.
Yeah, it's...
I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
Fucking Gurren Lagann ass ignition switch.
Oh, it is. And I don't know how to feel about that. On one hand, fuck yeah. On the other hand, fuck you, Monokuma.
I love how this is such a beloved. Basically, most of the fan projects that I've seen have incorporated it.
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I got this, but he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tanko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Teiko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Yeah.
But in a way, Shuichi's right. We still don't know how Angie was killed. We need to figure that
It
out.
would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tanko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tanko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Damn it!
That is important, just not for right now. Nope. Tanko's crime scene.
This is
There
it!
you go.
The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was
Exactly.
beneath the
How did that
floorboard
get
the
there?
culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's plot?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse.
Ichi spontaneously explodes on the stand, losing half his health. Thank you for this mental image, Chloe.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
That's it!
Yep.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That's it!
You're correct.
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
All right. Exactly.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
You're right, because
If Angie wasn't killed
that
in
would
her
be
lab,
implicating someone
then
a
that
little bit
opens up
too
a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
Hold up, let him cook.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie. The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! Keep herself awake at night. She... It would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
Yep. Exactly.
He needed a candle to burn Grimoire Noir.
Is not where Angie was killed. In the empty room instead.
She left
her lab on her own?
But
why would she go into an empty room?
There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it!
I agree.
Oh, I thought you had it.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
For kinky wax play.
Miyu, shut the fuck up.
Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
Or worse yet,
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Kokichi would have stepped through and his fucking dumbass would have masked the bloodstain.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It was magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
Can if you had a
I
bucket.
think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room.
They
She was
used
killed
that
after
to
she was carried to her lab.
bind her head. Oh. What? What?
Oh no!
What was the question? The forehead injury then.
This is it!
Well,
The
fuck.
fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana.
Was not expecting the thing to trip you up this time to be the multiple choice questions.
It happens.
But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear. I will not back down.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself. Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
I
Must
think we're
teach
all
these
going what
ignorant
right
children a
now?
lesson.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
Sir, we are not
Nothing
playing
is clear
Persona
at
4.
all!
Bet you weren't expecting another one of these.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no
Advanced.
delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi? You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere. Was there, Shuichi?
I'll cut through your
Aw,
words.
didn't get the D counter.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Can I just say I am so fucking disappointed with V3 for not taking the opportunity
It has to be you.
actually go through with that proposal that Kyo had.
It's you, Kyo. You killed
Yeah.
Angie.
Yeah.
And plus it would have also been interesting to have an actual murderer in the thing. Like, go a bit further than the last game with Nagito, who was an attempted murderer.
Basically what I'm saying, Dragon Cat, is I'm disappointed that they didn't actually have Angie's killer be somebody different than Kyo. Because then Kyo would have survived, and the dynamic that would bring to the cast would have been so interesting to see.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of it. That would be pretty nuts.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
What?
Yep.
Tango wasn't accident?
Stop that little theory
That's
of
right.
yours, Ark.
Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick.
Angie
But while
walked
he
in
was
on
making
him,
preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in.
so he killed her to shut her up.
So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
Close, but no cigar.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Also,
Then
that
should have
time
just
again.
stopped there. He killed Angie. There was no reason for him to kill
Oh, are
Tinko.
you about to show us some concept art?
Yep.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone. Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
Hey, boys can wear lipstick.
No matter how
I was about to
loudly
say,
you
boys can wear
protest,
lipstick
this
and
is a
totally be
trivial
straight if
matter.
they want to. We don't judge here.
I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them.
No.
Anyways.
Dissociative personality disorder.
So you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
Stupid thing.
No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock
Oh, we have
unconscious
Angie, I
in the empty
see.
room.
Yep.
That weapon
That is
tells
a
us the whole
ginormous
story,
paintbrush.
Kyo.
I can see they probably picked the third one the closest. Oh wait, no, the fourth one.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Apologize.
Anko only has two.
Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
And Kyo has two.
Time for puzzles and
I
dragons.
have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Get those
Why
crits.
must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? your lot. That's merely a delusion.
Yes,
I
how
told
long
you
for
I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Final blow.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
It ends here! Keo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
It had blood
There
on
was a
it.
small patch of dry blood on the underside of the floorboard. Angie's blood? Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Keo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
I gotta hand it to Todd Habercorn. He has been killing it this trial. Pun entirely
Todd
intended.
Hackborn is fucking amazing. Yeah, that was
Oh, yeah.
that was a yell like
I believe
worthy
that while
of
Keo was
Viggo
setting up the
Mortensen
seesaw,
yelling when
he was
Pippin and
holding
Mary
the
were
board.
taken. Did you know he actually
When
broke his
Angie
toe on
walked
that
in.
scream?
And he cold-cocked her with a floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
What's true? This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Ichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
Yes,
I
manga
understand.
time.
Comic
I'll
book.
go over everything
Manga
one more
time.
time.
Manga
Comic.
time.
Manga time.
I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Closing argument, start.
My favorite track in the game.
This
Hey!
is the truth of the case.
Well done.
And now we get to Cat
Let's look
Jam.
back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the
I'll be right back.
crosspieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan, but now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her.
I'm back.
Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this: to overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere, and the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, But remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed
I
something
wonder
for
what would have
Tenko.
happened if Himiko died instead of Tenko, how that would have played out. Yeah.
A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard.
Oh, she would have lost her mind.
Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko.
No. Yeah, no.
It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the Salt back to their corner, finished the ritual, and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
Yep.
It was the voice actors were not saying Korekio. It was Korekio. He introduced himself as such.
Oops.
Yeah, we just fucked up the pronunciation.
It's partly because he insists on us calling him Kyo, so we basically never hear his full name.
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Korekio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret. My only regret. Was not being able to make 100 friends.
Friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
Keep going,
You'll
you
have
might get an answer.
We'll have to wait and see.
Keep going and you might get an answer.
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Oh no!
Hands up, Bach! Let's
The
vote for
worst.
this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
People, all the hot people are on Mastodon anyway.
The heart racing excitement as
The heart racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
We're gonna have to.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
even voted for himself.
Yep. Oh yeah, something I want to mention, when you were voting for Kurumi in the second trial, there's one vote for Shuichi.
Or the dreadfully wrong one?
She voted Shuichi out of fucking spite. Yep. Here's the verdict. You still got an 8 from that. I'm impressed. But still, you got an A all around. That's still pretty impressive.
Wow, seriously? You're correct again!
Absolutely right!
Amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row!
All right!
No way.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
Right!
Yeah, he no need to kill them both no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Hey!
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey! Don't tell me. Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
Shut up! I never said I was scared!
What?
So it has nothing to do with a motive?
Yeah?
Then, why?
Yes. There is someone that I love. I love her with all my heart, and she loves me with all her heart. Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate. None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love.
No, you're fine.
You're good.
Dragon Cat, are you coming through? Oh boy.
Oh no, microphone was set to default in OBS. Can you hear me now? Fuck, I've been muted
Yep,
this
you're coming
entire
through now.
time.
Oh, no.
No!
Not again!
I don't know why this keeps happening. OBS just randomly decides to set things to default instead of the proper settings they're supposed to be.
Apparently,
So
Dragon Cat can hear you now.
Yeah, because I changed the settings in OBS.
So does that mean it's been on stream, it's just been quiet the entire time?
No, your voices came through because you're coming through on a different device. The game has been coming through fine. Yeah, it is solely my microphone that this happens with.
F. Well, that sucks.
That means we didn't get any of the good reactions that you had.
Yeah. Oh god. None of my theory crafting or anything.
Okay, good. We're done with the naked fan service.
Bragging about your perfect love life? Fuck you! Some of us aren't that lucky.
Blanc, so because Discord is not going through OBS, it is not affected by this issue. It has solely to do with the way my audio is set up. Basically I have a complicated setup to allow for like all the streaming shenanigans I've had to do.
And unfortunately, because of this particular problem with most of our people who are watching also being in the Discord call we're doing this, being unaffected by it, it means that only somebody who is watching but isn't in the Discord call can detect when it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy oof.
Anyway.
So, to see this lover of yours, you had to escape.
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko? But why did you need to kill them both?
If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. Inside?
Wait! Don't look at me! I'm not his lover!
Yeah.
I'm down. No one would want a disgusting shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Kersploosh!
What the what?
Hey!
Kyo, who is it? Who's this person you love?
Hey.
Is it really one of us?
When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see.
I mean inside me.
Sister.
The one I love lives inside me. My dearest sister.
Huh? So...
I'm gonna explain this one.
Yeah.
So, DID is not what is going on here.
Yeah, I figured.
For basically, while there's a lot that needs to be unpacked here, most of which I cannot go into until Earth sees Kyo's FTEs to fully explain it. The basic justification here is that Kyo's sister, air quotes, or rather, the way that he interprets her is manifested inside him in the form of a tulpa.
Yeah. That was sort of the impression that I got. Like, because I did the free time events with Kaede with him, I knew about his issues with his hospitalized sister, and so I figured, yeah, that was the case.
There is a lot more to it than that, and again, I cannot go into the nitty-gritty details about it until we get to Kyo's FTEs, which will probably be the start of next stream. Just know that this is very not good representation.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Anyway. Gonta.
Sister?
Wait! Don't look at me! I'm not his sister!
You shut up.
Right?
Doug, you were his sister. He would have killed himself already.
Wait.
Okay, that's taking it too far.
Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter?
It is not that difficult. My sister is my lover.
Oh, Jesus.
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply.
I appreciate the asterisk above that says no physical connection.
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth. The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
I remember someone who went
For
through
my
that trial
beloved
just
sister.
kept going, no, that's wrong.
So, since the three of you have seen through this trial, how many of you were dying inside a little bit when I was like, I like Kyo. I like him a lot.
Very much.
I was just waiting for the ball to drop.
Yeah.
I know better than...
so hard.
I will repeat, there is more to this.
That is why, for my beloved sister, I had to.
Always messing around.
You had to escape from here, right?
I already said
No.
you dumbass.
No.
No. I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She was always in and out of hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dear deceased sister. Okay, so it is how I thought.
Yep.
Deceased?
Do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends must be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister.
For sister's sake, I've killed many. To send her 100 friends.
If you were wondering where our mass murderer was.
Yeah. They
Here
were
he
all
is.
wonderful people, worthy of being sister's friends. I mean, so far I've appreciated the mass murderers. I liked, fuck, why can't I remember her name?
Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack.
Yeah, well, I was trying to remember the other name. Toko.
Toko.
Yeah, I really like Toko. And I did like Kyo. Like, creepy sister Cest aside, everything else about him I like. I like his style, I like his voice. I like that he's into the occult. Just, you know, just
There
little detail.
wasn't, but also was. Heko was pretending to be one at the end of her trial. But also, Louis is right. Technically, at the same time, everyone in DR2 is a mass murderer.
Well, technically everyone in DR2 is a mass murderer. Also, technically everyone isn't, because their memories were reverted back to before that had all happened, and so one could argue they're a different person at that point.
Except Chiaki, but Chiaki also doesn't exist. DR3 didn't happen.
Well, yeah, she wasn't a mass murderer.
Yeah, she died before that happened.
Yeah. So, they all get off scot-free, sort of, kind of, maybe.
They have to work for it.
Is the animation non-canon? I think it is.
3
canon.
is canon. The DR1 iteration of the anime is not.
Okay.
But I refuse to acknowledge Chiaki being an actual person.
I do think it works better with Chiaki not being a real person. I do like the, reveal in the future arc that all the cast of DR2 did, in fact, manage to go through that therapy successfully and get better. With them all, launching the raid. That was a cool moment.
Yes.
I do love Chiaki, though. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. But her actually existing as an actual person causes so many problems for the canon.
It
I won't deny that.
Also, she was a bit of a Mary Sue, if I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
A little bit.
Anyways, though.
Yeah.
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy.
Yes.
Yes, Koakio, I am very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely.
What? Could it be that the listing for
version of Kyo is?
I am Korekio's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
What the hell?
Phoenix, you can do it.
Yes.
Is there art of Korekio, like...
Okay.
Anyway. You know, I'm gonna pause it there. After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But Sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Korekio.
That's wonderful.
Partially, yes, Zint.
That's wonderful, Korekio. Your love made the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional.
No, with this power of this Magatama. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love.
Ellipses.
Ew. Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick.
Yeah, Loey's right. Like, that's another thing about this that's very weird. Because tulpas aren't usually supposed to be manifested by accident.
Yeah.
You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here?
What was that?
What?
Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because?
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go.
I already said this. Why doesn't anyone listen to me?
Just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends. Gross.
Very gross.
Only girls?
Now would be the appropriate time to use the agreement function.
You know what, Kyo? You have dropped below Angie. I see. So when we were deciding on who should be the medium... You said it would work best with a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and you, they were all worthy. What the fuck's wrong with Maki?
I
mean,
presuming
assassin.
right? Because she is an assassin.
Judge... Like he can talk! Glass houses! Come on! All worthy of being sisters' friends.
All worthy?
Why, you? Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care.
Isn't it obvious?
Then
The second victim would have been me.
No. The second victim.
God damn it, Earth.
The second victim.
What the fuck? I'm not good enough for your dead sister?
Tanko died in place of me?
Dragon Cat Mew has no self-awareness.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for Sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko.
Huh?
Huh? Infiltrate? Really?
But how did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people.
Can this be?
Yes. She stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. Let's see. He probably would not have thought Junko would make a good friend for his sister.
Yeah, no.
Sadly.
Mukuro, on the other hand, up in the air. Especially if you're talking about, like, how she was portrayed in Danganronpa if.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, Mukuro as done in V3 and Danganronpa 1, probably not. Mukuro as shown in Danganronpa if, probably. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko.
Well.
Though, I was planning on having you become sister's friend too, eventually.
No way!
What? You do all that for...
You know, I suppose if he had gotten away with being the Blackened, Himiko would have wound up joining his sister. Yeah. Although so would have Mew. And Maki.
Well, actually, no. Remember, that is if we are going on the iteration that he was also words. Okay, scrambling back to what I was trying to say. Yes, you are right, but also, if he had gotten away with it and it was in the iteration that he was only Tenko's killer, could you imagine how fucking murderous Himiko would have been?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But no, what I was saying was, if he had gotten away with being the Blackened, if we failed the class trial, because everyone else would have been executed.
True.
That would have been the case of Himiko eventually joining Tenko. Anyway.
Wow, you did all that just to kill? For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in the caged child just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
Let's see.
It interested me as an anthropologist, of course. But more than that.
For my beloved sister!
I wanted to kill for sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay? You look kind of pale.
Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo right now.
Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I would have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However...
But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured, I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that? You're talking like you killed her just because you could.
No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister.
Correcchio.
Correcchio, you're such a thoughtful little brother. But it was bad to get greedy.
Oh dear.
You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Correcchio's crime.
I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister.
But how?
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after Sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
If you want to believe that.
Even though I'm a ghost now, I am always by Korekiyo's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. She is always by his stand, by his side, perhaps standing beside him.
Is this the work of an enemy stand? Is it also weird to say that Korekiyo looks kind of pretty with lipstick on?
He does.
There's nothing weird about that. It's just fact.
Cut it out already!
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing's making sense. It's not fair! Why did Angie and Tango have to die for something so unfair?
Well, because death is unfair.
He's not wrong.
No, he is completely incorrect. Death is extremely fair. It comes for all of us, after all. No matter who we are, no matter what we've done.
That's why we gotta live our lives in the best way possible, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly.
Yeah?
And another thing. All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
I don't.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game philosophy, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right?
Chloe, would his stand be sister love, or would it perhaps be something like dude looks like a lady? It has to match. It has to match a song. No, yeah, Twisted Sister. Yes, that's the best.
I agree. That is absolutely the best choice. Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game?
Blanc with the stand name Seesaw Effects. Oh my god.
Man, if people were watching this, they would get a kick out of it.
People were watching this?
Shut up! Knock off the bullshit! Only 6 fucks would enjoy watching this!
Stares directly at the camera.
Look, I never claimed to not be a sick fuck.
Hell yeah, if I wasn't in this killing game, I would have so much fun watching.
So then...
The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
Sister.
I think I shall go and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Korekiyo.
It is all right, sweet Korekiyo. Come to me.
Oh. Looks like you're already prepared. Now then, let's get started. It's punishment time! It's the moment you've all been waiting for! Punishment time!
Huh?
Punishment time.
Sister.
My beloved sister. At long last, I'll finally get to see you again.
That's right.
Yes, from now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others.
No, I can't accept this.
Therefore,
like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
From an anthropological point of view.
Why do you think so many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease?
Yes.
The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
What?
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then, I've prepared a
Man, dude, going out leaving us with something profound to think about. Shouldn't expect anything else from an anthropologist.
I will watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't just be me and Korkio. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity
Please
is beautiful.
don't watch us.
I'll be watching.
Please don't.
Forever and ever. Always watching, Wachowski. Always watching.
It's punishment Let's time! Give it everything we've got! It's punishment time! Bonk!
Here we go.
Cultural melting pot.
I'd probably die just from being spun around like that.
Am I the only one that feels like this song sounds like a something out of Rhythm Heaven?
I could see it. Oh, it's melting pot literally.
Oil, that'll do.
Oh, not what I expected. I expected him to chuck both of them in there.
You thought you'd have an afterlife!
How gory!
And the only tolerable Monocub died.
What the? I think my cute child would commit suicide! Yay! Ah, it's so cute!
No, it's not.
So freaking cute that he would kill himself because he couldn't get along!
It's
No,
fine.
I'm against that.
It's fine, he was a robot.
Kibo is just casually glancing over at you now.
That's right!
Hey.
Eh?
Well now.
Yeah,
looks like another quest trial is wrapped up without incident, so...
Yeah, Zin, that would be sad. I hope Kibo makes it out of this alive.
Me
For a given
too.
definition of alive. He is a robot, after all.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
what?
gonna take out this here Necronomicon. It's like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it?
No.
You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster.
I mean, we might as well.
You shut up! How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
Like, it was presented as the motive, but it had absolutely nothing to do with why anyone died.
I told you.
Ignore him. The whole resurrection ritual was obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you think another murder will happen if you do that, right?
Who can say?
Eh?
Monophie, you're not wrong. Like,
yeah.
All the dead ones at the time were just the worst.
Oh, yeah. It's too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Too bad!
No, no, Blanc. Monodam isn't terrible, but I was just thinking the two who were dead during the course of this trial were Monokid and Monosuke, who were both like
was worse than Miyu and a capitalist. So both of them horrible.
So long, farewell.
Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
Man, this is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
A few times I agree with Kaito.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what.
That's not something a coward like you should say.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
But there's one thing this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all. Not in this academy.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Gonta do his best.
Then Gonta do his best to keep everyone safe. Gonta want to protect everyone.
But your talent is entomology.
I don't want Shuichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of these class trials.
You're right.
Yeah. You're right.
Hey, your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. Where are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay.
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent.
Huh?
That's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone.
Maki.
I see. I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows?
Don't underestimate her. Maki rules one of my sidekicks.
Kaito, you're gonna die next.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll?
Oh. Ooh, you guys are so close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship.
It's the real superpower of teamwork.
I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people.
You're right. Only 9 people left now.
Oh, what do you know? The dumbass can do basic math. That's right, 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away and only 9 remain.
Actually, by that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
Oh.
Just 9 of us.
Well, you know.
Humans are like weeds, too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end. Shit. That's totally what the heartless robot is thinking, right? Right?
How rude!
No, I am not thinking that. Your blatant robophobia is simply inexcusable.
But you know...
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on a god, spirits, or the dead.
I believe in you.
Just you guys. I believe in all of you.
Okay.
Kaito.
Well, of course.
You're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey!
Hold up, Keyboy. Hold up. Keyboy needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing.
Zen, I can sort of see that.
Yeah. And there's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it onto the ground with all your strength. Got that?
No way!
I have never heard of such an intense form of apology.
Seems like everything is settled for now. Even though we're missing her.
You alright?
Himiko, you okay? Anything Gonta can do to help? You can tell, Gonta.
Hey!
I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt.
Oh.
Oh, Gonta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar.
Huh?
Huh?
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will if the world was comprised with just the truth.
But
even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know.
Right? What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit.
Nuh-uh.
I only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko has been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back.
Hey!
Hey, what are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back?
What? Hold back? Right, this was said before.
The first unquestionably kind thing Kokichi has done this entire game.
Tenko, Auntie, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you too. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. But I'm lonely. I'm so lonely without the both of you.
I know what we'll do. We'll conduct a seance, and then you can talk to Angie and Tenko.
Earth, no!
No.
Himiko.
Damn it.
Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotions she had bottled up inside. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying.
Yeah, Blanc is right. Angie couldn't escape that, and look at how big she was. Do you think Himiko would escape Rantaro?
The tears we shed, I can't even describe it. We were crying about what we had been through and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down.
We are almost at the end of the chapter.
Okay.
However...
Oh.
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah.
I get a headache
She looks
after
so
I cry.
peaceful sleeping like that.
I feel numb after I cry.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead.
Huh? Ah, you sure?
Well...
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, then you should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick.
You worried about me?
Yeah, worried about your stupidity.
Ha! Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But...
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had up are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. Seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, 'cause of me.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But you sound like you're bragging, Kaito.
Huh. But like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see ya tomorrow.
After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaito.
Damn it! I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
So, does the cult stuff actually slowly kill him?
Don't know, but, he is coughing up blood.
Can't keep that Pepto-Bismol down. Yes, I would like to save.
And make sure you exit immediately after you save, because we're about to get into an important cutscene that you don't want to show up right now.
I literally cannot.
Alt F4.
I am going to close my eyes, and I'm going to hammer the X button.
Hey there.
Nice timing.
That is actually pretty good timing, yeah.
I told you I was hammering the X button.
Anyway. With that is the end of the stream for today. We have new things in the title menu. Thank y'all so much for coming.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
And Earth, don't forget to do the last event of Tanko's FTEs off screen so that we actually have it done this time.
Yep, plan to do so.
Excellent.
Anyway, until next time.
Sayonara, bitches!
Bye.
So long. Farewell.